Hello and welcome. My name is Eli, and in today's video I'm going to show you my latest completed camper build on a 2006 Toyota Sienna. Normally, whenever I finish a camper build, I show you the finished project in front of my shop in Watsonville, California. This time around, I'm doing things a little bit differently. I decided to drive to a nearby beach about 15 minutes away, go ahead, do stealth camping for one night, and do a tour of the build. I went ahead and packed up everything I need, placed it pretty much inside this build. So I'll be showing you how everything works, the ideal location for storing certain items, and also show you some really cool new features on this particular build that I think you folks will really enjoy. So let me go ahead and show you where I'm at. You could see I'm sitting inside the camper build. I got everything in here that I need. And I'm gonna go ahead and step outside to show you the view. I found a really cool spot next to this beautiful lagoon. Lots of wildlife, birds chirping around, very peaceful. The beach is actually about a quarter mile down this dirt road. This is gonna be where I will be staying for the night. Came down this dirt road, and this is where the Sienna is parked. So let me go ahead and show you the exterior of this van. This van will be listed for sale, so I'm going to talk about some details regarding it. This is a 2006 second-gen Toyota Sienna. Clean title, 130,000 miles, in really good condition. Clean Carfax, no accidents, original paint. I've done a lot of work on this thing. I went ahead and replaced the rack and pinion, the end links, everything is brand new. The CV axles in the front, both of them are brand new rear shocks in the back. The front ones are really good. And the most important thing that I did on this vehicle is that I replaced the timing belt, water pump, and all the belts. The windows are blocked off, so you can't really tell that anybody's in there, which would be very, very ideal for stealth camping in a location as beautiful as this. The only thing that was done to the exterior is the addition of a 6x4 foot roof basket with a fixed 150 watt solar panel on top. So we have charging of two batteries occurring right now, the camping battery as well as the driving battery, because we have also the smart isolator option. Let me go ahead and briefly show you the interior in the front so you could see the condition that it's in. The seats are in excellent condition. Everything in this interior works. AC works, heater works. We do have the factory stereo. Speakers still sound really good, and the best part about the stereo is that we have an auxiliary port, so you can connect your phone and listen to Spotify or music off of your phone. Another favorite feature of this interior that I really like is on this base model. By the way, this is a base model. It's an LE, I believe. We have this collapsible, I guess you would call it a center console, but when you collapse it, open up the curtains and obviously get back there and, use the camper build. If you don't want to go outside and be very stealthy, this is a really nice walkway between the two front seats. What I like to do normally when I am in this current configuration, which is the single bed, is I go ahead and place the mattress up front. My water bottle would go right here in this center console. It's accessible from the bed, I can just reach and get it. And then I go ahead and collapse this seat. I like that they collapse flat just like this, and this would be perfect to store the second mattress right here, completely out of the way, when I am in the single bed bench configuration. This mattress is extra, so you can go ahead and do a double bed. Somebody just pulled up right next to me, let their horses out, and I guess they're gonna do some horseback riding on the beach, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's get back to the tour here. This is a completely removable 1 or 2 person camper. Currently we are in the single bed configuration. We do have storage underneath. Currently it is secured to the floor of the Sienna. This build can be removed and you can reinstall the second and third row seats to return the van back to a passenger van configuration. The second and third row seats are provided with the sale of this vehicle. We do have privacy on all the windows. You could see we have window inserts, custom shaped Reflectix with vinyl on them, so they actually look nice. The color of the build is aged barrel, and everything has been routed and sanded, very smooth corners to prevent injury. So let me go ahead and show you while we're in this configuration where everything stores. This is a modular build, by the way, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pieces to it. So up here in the front we have storage of a comforter and some extra blankets on the side. I can also choose to put the pillows down here. I do have 2 pillows that I use when I'm sleeping, and obviously also when I'm sitting down, and they are currently resting on a backrest that is also a leg when I flip this over to make this a double bed. Over on this side I have storage of my duffel bag with clothing and some extra shoes. When I am in the double bed configuration, I don't have access to the underneath storage, so it would be wise to take whatever I need out. I have my toiletry bag right up here, but I even have more storage for extra items. This is a shelf with, food spices on it, pots and pans and plates and stuff. There's a banana, and you could see under the shelf it's left open intentionally so we can still use the cup holders and also the storage compartment. This is done on both sides. You can see on this side I have my coffee mug. These are clip-on LED lights connected to the DC outlets. Up here is another storage shelf that I like to use for my laptop or to eat something. So if I remove my computer bag, I can go ahead and flip this over, and now I have a little desk for my computer bag. So I went ahead and closed the door. I have the window down. It's really nice outside. It's probably about 70 degrees. Nice little breeze coming in. But I do have a USB fan that's connected to this outlet should I need some extra ventilation, maybe at night. Also, I do have mesh sleeves, so if I want to keep the windows down at night, I can turn on the fan, but I can also have darkened mesh sleeves that would allow air in but keep the bugs out. Speaking of bugs, actually there are none. I thought there would be mosquitoes here. It's actually really nice, no bugs. So back to the counter area, you could see the counter actually extends over to this side. This is actually a topper on Velcro, so if I go ahead and remove it, I have access to the sink that I can use in and outside the van. So in order to use the sink, get that water bottle out of the way, I'd have to turn on the water pump, and we can dispense water in here. The water is draining to a 5-gallon gray water container, and we do have a 5-gallon freshwater container inside this sink cabinet. You can kind of see them inside actually through this little cutout. This cutout was made specifically to access some storage items like soap, paper towels. Over on this side, we have a brand new feature that I have not done before on any of my builds. We have a microwave, a working microwave. So I have to turn on the 1500 watt inverter, and now you can see the clock. Got some lighting inside this microwave. And let's just go ahead and maybe do a potato start, and there it is. It's working. In order to power this microwave, we have the 1500 watt inverter that's connected to a 100 amp hour battery that is being charged by either the engine when I turn on the vehicle, or the solar panels, or the solar panel on top, which is 150 watts. This is the solar controller, which is currently reading 13.2 volts. And also, if I go ahead and scoot up the mattress, I have my battery compartment with the battery and the inverter and all the fuse boxes and switches and stuff. The battery and the inverter are not only powering a microwave, they're also powering, the lights, the fan, and also the fridge. which I have my food items in here. Currently the fridge is reading 36 degrees. The battery is also nice and full. Solar panels, currently getting a lot of sun. Notice that the microwave is actually sitting on an extended platform. When we open the liftgate in the back, we have an even longer extension. Actually, you could see it's on here. You can extend it a little bit further. Flip this over. You could see I can do a lot with this surface area, potentially. I can also cook in here. So there is a stove located in this compartment, in addition to my utensils. This is a bag full of utensils, and then I have a portable dual fuel stove. So this camping stove, it's a single burner. You could use butane or propane. I like to use butane canisters because the propane has an attachment. This is a lot better for space saving. When I'm doing stealth camping, I like to go ahead and put this extension over. This is for the double bed. We do have another one here that I can flip over as well. So I flip this one over. So now I'm like sitting on this side. I have low enough surface area to go ahead and, you know, maybe cook something inside the van. Reason why I like it all the way down here is because I don't like the heat being too close to the headliner. So this is plenty of room for the stove to sit, but also it allows me to use this for prepping, even the sink topper, also that extension that I showed you earlier in front of the microwave. This is also a self-igniting stove, so what I'd have to do is flip this down so you can see it's locked in, close this up, and just go ahead and self-ignite it. There it is. I can go ahead and control the intensity, obviously. I like to keep the windows down when I'm using the stove. Also maybe even power the fan. Okay, so we've had a change in weather. The fog has rolled in. I don't know if you could see. There's some mist on the water. So let me show you what I did. I went ahead and turned this into a double bed. So the mattress that was stored in the front on the passenger seat is now next to the other one, because we have a wide enough surface area for, you know, one person to sleep super comfortably, or maybe two people could sleep next to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how cozy the setup is. Press the power sliding door button. Automatic sliding door on one side of the vehicle only. The one on this side is manual. The clip-on LED lights are illuminating this area, and they can be changed to a different color light. So I can choose cool, white. So I like the warm light, and that's what I have going on both of them. Worth mentioning that these mattresses measure 25 by 75 inch long each. They're folding. They have a washable cover. So together we have 50 inch wide by 75 inch long. Finally, I went ahead and applied the custom cut Reflectix. These are easily removable if you'd like to have maximum lighting in here during the daytime, but at night you could see super stealthy. Can't really see from the outside. Inside, I mean, there are holes in the curtains, of course, but at night when you have the lights off, it's impossible to see inside this thing when you're doing some stealth camping. So that's pretty much the inside of this camper build as a single bed bench or a double bed configuration. What I'd like to do now is go ahead and open up the liftgate and show you the rear access of the kitchen. They're on their way to the beach. All right, opening up the liftgate, and now you have access to the kitchen from the back. So this would be obviously for outdoor use. I went ahead and flipped the microwave facing outside. It is secured with this really tight bungee cord when you're driving, and it does have the anti-slip pads on the bottom, so it's actually very secure. No rattling or moving or anything when you're driving. The only thing actually that rattles is the little plate inside, so maybe You should secure that when you're driving. I'm gonna start on this side. You could see we have even more storage. I got some, food items. I got cereal, coffee, snacks. I got my French press. This is where the microwave is plugging into, the AC outlet. We do have a DC outlet for the fridge, which is right here. Here's the fridge again. It's a 30-quart Bouge RV fridge, and all the instructions to operate it are on this sticker, but it does come with the owner's manual. Brand new fridge. Actually, everything that you see in this van, all the equipment, the build, the wood, everything is brand new. It just got done like less than 2 days ago. I mentioned earlier that we have an extension, the counter extension. This is best demonstrated out here. So, the microwave, if it's here, it kind of occupies the entire counter up top. So if you don't want to have it, you'll have plenty of space up top. But if you want to keep it, you can go ahead and slide this counter out. So if you don't have the microwave, you'll have all this space as flat surface area for cooking, prepping, maybe placing the stove, in addition to the sink topper when you're not using the sink. Speaking of the sink, topper can be moved out of the way, and sink can also be accessed easily from the outside. Turn the water pump on. Dispense some water in here. Let me go ahead and show you under the sink. So if I open the cabinet, also it rests in such a way that you can use it as a surface area as well for extra space to utilize back here. But this is your freshwater and gray water containers. You just have to unscrew the cap, take out the gray water, dump it, and then reach in, grab the freshwater container and fill it up. And then also the storage right next to it for paper towels, toilet paper, also soap and scrub pad for washing dishes. You could reach in and grab those when you're out here, and then the cutout that I showed you earlier when you're inside. And then finally on this side we have the storage of the stove, which can be accessed also from the outside, just like you saw from the inside. This was left open intentionally to allow access for the spare tire tools, and the spare tire is actually located right under the van on this side. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. There it is. So that's where the spare tire is. The last item that I would like to discuss is, what do you do when you want to go to the bathroom? So clearly in this build, we don't see a bathroom area at all. However, what you're able to do is you're able to buy one of those small portable toilets that you can maybe place right here in the front, or maybe right in this area. Close the doors, have all the window inserts on there with the curtain, blocking all view from the outside, and privately be able to use the bathroom while you're stealth camping. These portable toilets are not expensive. They're about $100 to $150 depending on which one you get. Also, you would have to periodically, empty them out as you are using them, but that would be the solution to being able to use the bathroom inside a build like this. Plenty of space in front of the single bed and bench setup. So that concludes today's video tour on my latest build on this 2006 Toyota Sienna Stealth Camper. Like I mentioned in the intro, this van will be offered for sale, so a link to the ad will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.